The great debate between having to pay a maintenance fee every single month if you choose to purchase a condo, or having an ongoing maintenance bill which may be less frequent but more expensive in a freehold home is one that will stand the test of time. Typically, many parents, grandparents, and quite frankly anyone who is actually able to buy their primary residence in the 80s, 90s, or early 2000s will choose to argue that paying a monthly maintenance fee in a condo is a stupid thing to do. You commonly hear the phrases like, why would you throw $800 to $1,000 a month down the drain, or if you buy a house, your monthly maintenance costs would be way lower, without actually offering a true dollar amount in savings that you could realize if you were to go that route. My name is Trey, folks, and I'm a realtor here in the city of Toronto in the GTA who loves helping people navigate the real estate market here. I enjoy sharing informative videos about the comings and goings of our market to ensure you know exactly what is going on in the city. If you're wondering about how we may be able to work together, or if you have any questions about real estate at all, feel free to click that first link down below to set up an education call at a time that is convenient for you. If you could also like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this type of content, then that would be greatly appreciated. As someone who works in real estate on a daily basis, and as someone who is able to partner in buying my first place a couple of years ago, I wanted to make this video to break down the true costs of maintenance fees, whether you're in a freehold property or if you're a condo owner. So getting into it, when you purchase a condo, you will be in charge of paying a maintenance fee. This fee will vary from any amount in the high 300s if you're looking at buying a smaller condo in the city of Toronto or the GTA, and can increase over $1,000 a month if you have a unit with a larger square footage and parking and lockers included with the space. When the fees are on the upper end of the scale here, that's when you hear some of the generations that came before us start complaining. These fees are paid to your condo corporation and are typically split between the preservation, upkeep, and repair of the property's common elements, while another portion goes towards the corporation's reserve fund. Another factor that would determine how expensive the maintenance fees are is whether or not you're able to actually have utilities included. This will vary from building to building, and it's typical for older buildings in downtown Toronto to actually include water, hydro, and your heating and cooling in that fee. So the only additional thing you would have to consider paying for is your Wi-Fi or internet. Whereas in the newer buildings, the owner is likely in charge of paying for the majority of the utilities themselves, with the exception of one here or there. So what I did was I took the average maintenance fee of the last 12 condos that had sold in downtown Toronto and averaged them out. We ended up getting $593.67 per month when you round up. You'll also see on the listings that a Y represents that a utility is covered, and a blank space or an N means that the owner is in charge of that utility. Your real estate lawyer will also confirm this with you when reviewing the status certificate to ensure that you know 100% what your monthly responsibilities are going to be. I know 92 King Street is an older building, so let's click on this one for an example. Maintenance fees of $722, but with everything included. 50 Lynn Williams is next up. This is a solid building in Liberty Village. They've got everything included with the exception of hydro for a cost of $600 a month. So the average across the 12 listings here that have sold will have a maintenance fee of $593. We'll times that by 12 for the entire year, and you're looking to pay around $7,123.68. Say that you have to pay for hydro as well for this example. We'll tack on another $70 per month. So our new total is now going to be $7,963.68. Now let's switch gears to the freehold house example. If you're a first-time homebuyer and you're looking at buying your first property, the chances of you actually going after a 3,000 square foot house is pretty unlikely, I would say. I want to keep it modest for this example. So let's say that you have a home that is more towards 1,500 square feet. You're in charge of all utilities here, which can run you around $380 to $480 a month, depending on the efficiency of your home and how many people you have living there. So here, let's use 400 times 12 to give us $4,800 on the year for utilities, which is lower than the condo example at first sight, but you have to maintain your property, right? If you have to get a new roof, that could be like $6,000 to $10,000. If you've got a smaller bungalow or a starter home around that 1,300 to 1,500 square foot range, then it may be like $7,500 with labor. Now, if you need a new furnace, that could also be like $3,500 to $4,500. New windows would be around $9,000 to $10,000 if you're looking at replacing the entire house. All of these items mentioned have a long lifetime as well, so it's not like you're going to be be replacing these items every single year. You may only have to do it once for the entire duration you've been living in a property, or you might be lucky and not have to do it at all. But say that you were living somewhere for a span of 7 years, then that would come out to an additional maintenance amount of $3,071 per year. That would bring our annual maintenance bill to $7,871. Now, the one thing we do have to consider and remember is the fact that we are adding value to the Freehold product by updating certain features, but it's basically the same cost as living in a condo at the end of the day when you just look at general maintenance. We also can't forget about your time spent cutting the grass and shoveling the snow at the very least in the Freehold example, versus when you're in a condo, you don't have to do these tasks. I personally enjoy the homey activities and I get to be active, and I don't see them as a hindrance, but I know some people hate them and can't be bothered to do those things. The truth is that condos are much more affordable and they're much easier to get yourself into the market when comparing to buying a freehold property, and that's why they're so attractive for that first-time home buyer in the market. But when somebody tries to have an objection and tries to say that you're wasting money on maintenance fees, show them this true math and see what they say. As always, I hope that you found value in today's video, and remember to trust the process and to always fall in love with your journey.